Alright, so today we're gonna talk about loudness and why it is important in techno, and I'm gonna show you also how to do it for your own sound. So I would say there is three reasons why loudness is important in techno. The first one is because techno is kind of a minimalistic genre, which means you don't have that many tracks. If you only have a few tracks and all of these tracks are kind of weak or not really in the face, you will end up with a weak mix and your track will sound weak. Where if you have at least one element which is a bit more loud and in your face, or let's say a bit more full, it will kind of fill up the blank and make your track more cohesive. Now the second reason you want them a bit more louder and brighter is because a lot of techno sound, especially if you kind of do darker techno, well, these darker sounds are more like in the lower mid-range, which basically lack a little bit of the mid-high range, and therefore it's sometimes a little bit hard to make them stand out in the mix. They are a little bit more in the background, and that's where applying a bit more loudness, and especially on a specific frequency range, will help them stand out in the mix. So this is a bit tricky because it's a dark song, so you don't want it to be too bright, but you want it to be bright enough to kind of stand out and cut through the mix, and we're gonna see this in today's example, how you can achieve that. And the third reason is most of the time something louder will kind of slap more and be more in your face and kind of aggressive than just a classic weaker sound. So again, this depends on what you want to achieve and your techno genre. But yeah, enough talking, let's go into Ableton and I will show you an example. Alright, so we have this tab here which sounds like this. You can hear very muffled, so you could tell me, well, just open the filter, which can work to a certain extent, but sometimes it gets too bright and you kind of lose the feeling and the tone you want. But I'm gonna apply this for effect and you're gonna hear how it changed the sound. And you can hear you didn't lose the feeling, you still have this dark stuff, but it's now a bit more brighter, a bit more in your face. And so today I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now before to start, as usual, these are guidelines, this is a way to make things. It doesn't mean you always have to do like this. I always recommend you to experiment, try different things. Like each sound is different, each case is different, but this is a method I found that often work well. So first, this is also true in mix, but often several small little change works better than just one big change. So which means like instead of trying to get loud with just one device and one technique at a huge amount, it's maybe better to use different device at a lower percentage to really increase step by step the loudness instead of trying to increase it in just one time. So back to our muffled sound. So first one, I like to use Saturator. Here the goal is to really add some gentle saturation, just to add some extra harmonics, just to gain a little bit of perceived loudness. So yeah, usually I will use the medium curve. If I really want something more in the face and really get nasty, I will use more the hard curve, but usually medium curve, and then I just gel with the drive depending of how much I want to. 3 dB, just enough. We get slightly louder. Now another saturation I like to use, it's amp. So usually amp, you will use it to kind of beef up your bass and really get that buzzy, crunchy amp sound. The idea here is to get a little bit of that, but to a very small amount. So first, I'm gonna put the output to dual to be just in stereo because our sound is stereo. I will put the clean mode, and you can hear here is way too much. So here the dry wet, I will probably stay around 8%, and that's it. Basically, see here is making it slightly brighter. Now we're gonna use raw. So here the idea is to use it in multiband mode. Now we're gonna use raw to increase the perceived loudness, but also to add a bit more brightness, you know, to really enhance the mid-high range, to kind of make the sound a bit more brighter also. Because, you know, with this type of muffled sound, we want to bring up that mid-high range and high range. So with multiband distortion, we can basically specifically apply a certain distortion to a specific amount for a certain range. Now first we're gonna remove the compressor we don't need. Now regarding each band, which shaper to use and which amount, this is purely experimental. I don't have really rule, like every sound is different. So you might have some shaper that works better with bass or high, but like I said, I will always recommend to experiment. I personally always try all the shaper for each band and see which one suits the sound the best, because again, each sound is different. Each shaper will react differently to different sounds. So yeah, for the low here, I use the fractal around 20%. The mid, I use the tube around 50%. And for the high, the poly at 70%. Now you can see it's way too much. This depends how hot you enter in the raw. You can adjust the drive here. I like to adjust the dry wet. Again, we want something subtle. So You can really increase slowly the way you want and achieve how loud you want your sound or how distorted. Maybe we can say around 20%. We got a significant increase in loudness and brightness without distorting the sound too much. Finally, I will use Overdrive, kind of the same purpose that with Saturator. It's kind of to gently add some extra harmonics. You're gonna hear Overdrive kind of work slightly differently. Now here again, I don't really have rules here. I'm gonna use the wider range. Frequency we can adjust later. Then maybe a bit more drive. The tone will get darker sound. Let's say around here for now. Reduce the dynamic at 0%. And again, now it's all about adjusting the dry wet. Maybe the frequency. Maybe reduce a bit. And yeah, again, slightly increase in loudness. I feel the sound is a bit more full as well. Then again, you can go even a bit more wet amount if you want a bit more crunchy sound. Really like Overdrive can add this grittiness and crunchiness. So, and then with this 4 distortion, we go from this to this. Now finally, something I wanted to talk about is kind of the stereo of the sound, which can really increase the kind of full enough of a sound. So here in Wavetable I actually have a unison sound, so which means that the sound is pretty stereo by default. So I'm gonna remove it for the sake of the example to show you how something a bit more mono, you can really improve the stereo. So I like to use chorus ensemble. There is different way to add stereo. You can use the hash effects with a delay. I like this chorus ensemble, but to use it again on a small amount because you don't really want this chorus detune effect, but you want the stereo effect of the chorus. So here we're gonna put our amount to 100%, the rate around 2 Hertz. One thing as well, the width at 200%. To really make it stereo. Now you can hear we have too much of this fading effect. So we're gonna reduce the dry wet element. Again, something small, you can start small and increase. Maybe a bit more. Maybe you wanna find the limit between where you hear too much the detune fading effect. Here sounds okay, so without. And you can hear how with the chorus, using in the very gentle way, you can add stereo without compromising too much. And even if you are worried about the mono compatibility, still sounds good in mono. Alright, so I've made an Ableton rack with this kind of same effect chain. Now what I recommend you is to get the rack, but instead of using the rack, kind of save each preset individually and then use like them sometimes one, sometimes the other, not maybe all the time all, but yeah, you have all of them, all the presets, you can save them, or you can use the rack if you feel to use the rack. But yeah, rack is available for free, the link in the description. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned new things today. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.